Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? Guys, this show actually angered me. I thought it was gonna be a relaxing episode where we learn all this different stuff, or we're gonna see, what is really gonna happen between this crew after having one of their teammates accidentally become a witch or a demon. But with that being said, to think that this episode would lead me into being actually frustrated, I did not expect it, man. I honestly did not expect to get like okay. This week's episode, we get to see just what happened to the captain and our main character. It looks like our main character does not have any sign of this astral spirit from the vortex. So I'm guessing it just really attached itself to the first person, or it just wasn't compatible with him. And maybe it has something to do with the future of them explaining it to us. Maybe because of the weapons he has, he's already the equivalent of like these disgustingly strong witches. But my whole thing was, if that is the case, how much more of a monster would he be if he gets any remote sign of that on top of the arsenal that he already is presenting, So that's pretty terrifying in its own. But to see this episode play out with the team really being there for their captain, who, if anyone finds out in this town that she lives in, or this side of the country, or whatever you want to call it, she's gonna get executed on the spot. Not to mention the fact that when the person who captured her was a spy, they were just gonna kill her anyway. Like, she was not important, she was fodder, and that was before she even had something that could ultimately lead to her execution just by, having it. So that being said, we then get to watch Alice look for our main dude for 3 days. She looked for him for 3 days and didn't end up finding him until the fourth day, when they were just randomly there because he wanted to take the captain out of that, the area where she could be executed just for existing and just for being there. So knowing that they met up just because of the captain, and now the captain is in a position where she is watching him being taken away because of this trash maid. She is so trash for what she did. Oh, I didn't think he would accept something from me, and because he accepted it, he is now sleeping like a baby, Kevin. Sorry, I thought of Ed Eddie. But that is where it kind of hurts to watch, It's like, he noticed it had a strange fragrance, but I guess what he was truly smelling was that sleeping stuff. I would be like, oh, let me smell yours. Do they all smell the same? Like, hey, yo, Alice, can I see your can? Can we switch cans? Putting sleeping whatever the heck she put in there was definitely a dirty trick, and I honestly hate the maid right now. But it makes sense that she would do this. She's only worried about Alice in the grand scheme of her position in the capital, her position compared to her sisters, you know what I mean? She's the only one who seems worried about the things that Alice herself, if she cared about it, she would already have like a grip on this stuff, right? Like, she would already be in a position where she is taking care or wanting to learn more about it. But it doesn't seem important to her, probably because she doesn't want to be the queen. And that's what her maid is pretty much there for, is to make sure she takes the right steps and the right strides to become said queen. Now that that's been said, the maid is still trash, okay? She's trash. and that is all. Nah, we just get to see a very straightforward episode of them explaining pretty much what it means to even have this sign that the captain has, why it's a bad thing, and then they also just put our main character in a position where he could actually capture the queen or the empress, because he's infiltrate, like he is now infiltrated in, depending on where the maid actually takes him and puts him, or if they could actually get into this place unnoticed, he's in, so all he would have to do really is, well, he didn't have his weapons on him either, so I don't know how that's gonna play out. But man, this episode made me just want to punch something. Because he doesn't have his weapons. We don't know what these people are gonna think about him when he shows up, if they find out about him being there from a whole different. The enemy nation is now in like their strongest. One of their strong. Nah, he might be the strongest. One of their strongest people are inside, and you have full control of him. What do you think those people would actually do if they knew about this, right? So that's where I am very worried about. And if our main character is supposedly going to go on the offensive after randomly passing out and then waking up to kind of find himself not with the captain and not outside anymore, I kind of want to know what his first instincts is going to be, right? Like, Alice do this to me? Why am I here? Like, will he remember who actually drugged him and stuff? So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what's gonna happen. I was super angry that they went this route, and not only did they go this route, Alice then owns up to this. Like, why is this what she wants to own up to? Oh yes, I do not tend to tell you anything. Shut up, Alice. You want to tell her everything. You're telling me you think it's going to be better for you to get him in a place where he probably won't be able to fight fair. Oh my god, you're just going to let me do this to you? But if that is the case, and she just wants to still fight, and that's the only reason why she's going through with it, that's stupid. That's really stupid. Because I don't think anyone in this overall world on her side gives a crap what she wants. Clearly, seeing how they send her out to fight battles when she's she's strong, but she's still supposedly going to be the queen, so why are you throwing out your queen like she's some grunt soldier, So we'll see how all this plays out. I definitely want to know what you guys are thinking about all these shows that come out today, especially the last one I'm going to talk about, which is going to be the bear show, depending on how I upload all of them and stuff like that. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, ouch, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. It's hard to fight Claudio when he's like my character, But yeah, I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace. Oof.